This is a reading for Scorpio. The second eclipse portal for 2024 is here, Scorpio. Mid-September promises earth-shattering endings. This is called the harvest moon. It's going to be a partial lunar eclipse in Pisces. So, honor the harvest moon by incorporating fresh produce, corn, seeds, nuts, and grains. The full moon in Pisces will also double as a partial lunar eclipse, so this is really intense. Partial lunar eclipses occur when the full moon, sun, and earth are not perfectly aligned. The moon will only be partially covered by the earth's shadow, aka the umbra. When gazing upon the full moon, only part of the full moon may appear darker or hidden. Partial lunar eclipses are more common. They can occur up to 2 times a year. But regardless of the type, eclipses often coincide with unimaginable occurrences, situations, opportunities. Eclipses have a Russian roulette effect. You never quite know what you will get with an eclipse until you're actually moving through the eclipse portal. Pay attention to what comes up 3 days before and 3 days after the eclipse. This overall period will give you clues on what will come to fruition. And I wanted to also say that March 10th, 2024 was the new moon in Pisces. And so September 17th, 2024 is going to be the full moon in Pisces. So this is like a 6-month culmination. So I have some notes for your particular sign, Scorpio. Give yourself room to create something beautiful. Indulge in your passions as the eclipse moves through the 5th house of joy and creation. So for you, Scorpio, it's going to be your 5th house, which is the Leo ruled house. Making time for yourself throughout this 6-month lunar cycle might have been challenging. Between work, personal duties, and family, you may have struggled to focus on pleasurable pastimes. You could have fallen off with an ongoing passion project or even put off dating. You might have found something new that feeds your soul. A sexual awakening may have happened, or you could have been involved in a new outlet. As the eclipse approaches, reflect on what brings a smile to your face and what you can do to maintain that happiness. So whatever makes you feel good, Scorpio, do more of that. All right, so to start your reading, I'm going to get a Starseed Oracle card to start, and let's see what happens. What comes out for Scorpios? Show me for Scorpio, please. Time and tarot are always in fluid and constant movement, so just know that the energy can be occurring to you, it could be in the midst of it, or it could be on its way. So the seas of Mintica, seeing potential, bringing the unconscious to light. Now, Mintica is a very old, ancient place. It's really aquatic. It had a lot of crystal clear waters, and I learned about it through another deck of Rebecca's. Rebecca, I think it's Campbell, yeah? Yeah, she's amazing. I'm sure you're familiar. If you're not, she's just an amazing person. But let me look this up and read to you what it says. The seas, wait a minute. The seas of Mintica. That's very, very, very old, like ancient. So the seas of Mintica. Mintica is thought to have been a water-based planet containing the most crystal clear waters you could ever imagine. So clear that you could see for miles and miles underwater. The Seas of Mintica card represents the crystalline clarity of potential and possibility. It's about the ability and choice to see the potential in all people and situations. This could be one of your natural traits, or it could be a sign that what you're currently doing has great potential. Minticans are thought to have been a galactic race who saw the light in everything and everyone. You may have received this card as confirmation that a situation or project has extreme potential and will reach fruition. It's a very positive sign that things are working out for their highest potential of all involved. It's a very uplifting, light-filled card that brings great harmony, contentment, and positive outcomes. According to Carl Jung, that which we do not bring to consciousness appears in our life as fate. When water appears in dreams and art, it often represents the unconscious mind. Pulling the card also means you may be called to bring to light any unconscious patterns of which you're unaware. To look at them and see them clearly and consciously, so that they don't appear in your life as fate. What unconscious patterns or behaviors are ready to be brought to the light of day? How can you see the potential in a situation you're facing, Scorpio? And what unconscious patterns are you being called to bring to light? Show me the most potent sixth instinct for Scorpios, please. So you got 2. Precognition, the ability to perceive future events, and Neptune. That's very watery. That's all about oceanic. This is the ruler of Pisces, and this lunar eclipse is the very first one in Pisces for the last 9 years. Eclipse in Pisces for the last 9 years. So Neptune says, the urge to escape from limitations, transcendent, merging, and oneness. The urge to escape from limitations and the ability to perceive future events. Those are potent 6 instincts for you currently. What are the messages here for Scorpio? Thank you. 0330. Lucky shirt. It says love, peace, hope, and optimism. Pursue your goals and get what you want. It will provide wonderful benefits for you and the people you hold dear. Your ability to communicate is improving at this time, which will make it easier for you to interact with a broad spectrum of individuals. And then 2323. Endless cycles. Charisma, communication, society. There's some truth you're resistant to accept over and over again until you're tired and restrained beyond depression. It takes a decision to live life for yourself. Life is all about passion. Then you make a change, and the world around you follows. Life is all about passion, and then you make a change, and the world around you follows. And the 5th house is a creative house, and this is where this lunation is hitting you. It's very much about creativity, children, joy. You know, Leo is ruled by the sun, and that's our star of life force. Show me Scorpio's vibe. So you've got, it's not personal. Number 25, and take your time. Number 43. So it's not personal. To build up further immunity against negative vibrations and psychic attack, and elevate the degree of good vibration coursing through your life, take nothing you encounter in your life personally. As tempting as it may be to interpret negative behavior projected towards you as personal, it isn't. In fact, what other people feel or do has nothing to do with you. It's a reflection of their consciousness, not yours. By choosing not to do this, you stay tuned in to what's true and important for you. Being impersonal doesn't mean that you're being unloving or unkind. It actually allows you to be more loving and tolerant towards those acting out, because you're not engaged in defending yourself against psychic attack. It takes you to a higher ground, and it's a powerful form of psychic protection. causing everything unpleasant to slide away rather than to stick to your aura and ruin your good vibes. So remember, no matter how passionately you feel like defending yourself, let it go. Relax and focus on your good vibes. And then 43, take your time. Slow down and take your time. There's no rush right now to make decisions. You can't feel your vibes, let alone trust them. If you're overbooked, juggling too many things at one time, constantly playing catch up or racing around like crazy, being that hurried will not only dim your awareness to nothing more than a whirling gray fog of confusion, but you'll also miss the subtle intuitive guidance of your soul. The pace you're keeping is caused by the fear that there isn't enough time left, so cool it. When it comes to the soul, there's enough for everyone and everything, including time. You're being guided to allow time to work in your favor. Assume a more leisurely rhythm and trust and actually stretch time. The elements necessary for your success aren't fully present yet, but they're coming together behind the scenes. Wait a little longer until more become evident. You'll be glad you did. Trust your vibes to wait patiently for the right moment to make a decision, and don't let anyone pressure you to do otherwise. Show me 4, Scorpio, please. All right. We keep getting 2 cards. Take a divinely guided chance. All positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. And then obstacles and blocks are lifted. All your good personal work and your positive energy shift have overcome previous obstacles and blocks. They are lifted away. You will now experience progress and forward movement with your projects. That's so 5th house, projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. Stay centered in gratitude. They say that gratitude is the best attitude, something like that. The point is it's a great place for you to stay even during the challenges, because it keeps you enlivened and in the flow of receiving. What are the messages here for Scorpio? Oh, that got kind of messy fast. Passions, that's 5th house. Don't be afraid to fail. Follow what makes your heart happy. And that first thing that I read to you about the lunation, that said what makes you smile, and then do more of that. And that's all about passions. It's so 5th house. If you're not familiar with the natal chart houses, the 5th house is all about creativity and passion and romance and children. And at the bottom of the deck is creativity. Have fun, express yourself in new ways. So creativity and passion here. Have fun and express yourself in new ways. I'm going to get an archangel for you. Oops, what was in here? I just saw. Yep, a different card. Okay. I think I have, yeah, this book right here. All right. Show me an angel. 2 of them, again, you keep getting 2. So the Archangel Zaphical is romance, again with the 5th house. Okay, and Archangel Raziel with retreat. So Zaphical. Okay. Romance. That's, so ZA. Archangel Zaphiel is aware of the yearning that currently exudes from your heart, and intuitively receives a strong desire in your emotional body for the joy of romance, whether this be a new love or an existing relationship. This stirring is often related to the fact that an ideal of love has not been experienced for some time. Explore this notion, truly identifying what that could be. The angels are returning you to a higher vibration of love, so don't cling tightly to the idea of love from your past. And be prepared to embark on a new way of loving. This is a time of wondrous change in your loving propensities. Trust that Zaftico will work this out for your highest good. This will allow your force to envelop all aspects of your ideal love in service of the unified field of light, for we are all interconnected. And Archangel Raziel. I love those names. Raziel. And this is retreat. So Archangel Raziel suggests that you are pushing yourself too hard, and thus this all-seeing Archangel wants you to rest and retreat. The great temple of Abu Simbel was probably built around 1240 BC and was intended to amplify inner stillness for those who were drawn there. Being in retreat will allow you to feel your heart's desire. For love is the vibration that the angels are witness to, and it is the guidance of your loving heart that the angels will inform you of. This is the card of divine orientation, for Raziel stands on the left hand of God and administers many secrets directly to your soul. Beautiful. It also is correlates with your throat chakra, your communication. All right, so let's get some love oracles for Scorpio. Wow, that's the snake card. This is about deception, shady, temptation, enemy. And then signs and synchronicities. Coincidences, signals, hint, message from the universe. And then friends is about trust and loyalty, support. And then healing. Wounds, improving, mending, and progress. Alone, isolated, lonely, and guarded, with single, and justice, divorce, balance, and judgment. There's a lot here. A mask underlying this, okay? This goes with this snake energy right here. It's hidden motives, concealing, disguise, and lying. Other than that energy there's, or in this single, which is alone and isolated, guarded, that energy could have made you feel alone and isolated and guarded, you know? So I'm going to get some more on that. But these look great. This signs and synchronicities, which is coincidences, signals, messages from the universe, and your wounds improving and healing and mending. And this does not necessarily always have to be legality. It can also just be the rebalancing of something, like recentering, realignment, reconfiguring some aspect of your experience that was knocked out of balance by some sort of energy that was your enemy. Deception, shady. Twin flames just hit the floor. This is about balance, which I noticed that word immediately, and I noticed it here too in legal matters. I think that there's a rebalancing. Whether or not it's actually with another person, if you buy into the twin flame thing, yin and yang, Zen, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. Look at that passion underlying that, again with that word. Insane chemistry, like each other, equally having fun. All right, let's see. Anything else here for Scorpio? These, okay, so this is crazy because there was some kind of cyclic energy that you were a part of when there was this date, the chaser and the runner here. Chaser in a codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issues, and runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego. So the runner and the chaser together. And that definitely coincides with the twin flame union. If you're familiar, again, passion on the underlying this, again. Also, you've got date here, which is about meeting somebody new, dating, getting back out there, or planning and setting a date of some sort. But also got wedding rings, which is union, soul connection, everlasting promise, wedding. So take the messages as they resonate for you. Okay, but passion underlying all the messages in this deck, that's pretty cool. What's this snake and single energy? Snake and single for Scorpio. That's 3 S's. Unreal. Nobody's cards have hit the floor, not once. So Page of Cups. So there's somebody that's like offering, or did offer you like a small emotional. It was very small, the emotionality that was offered, and there was a lot of hope that you had with the star here. Another S. I don't know why, but it's Aquarian energy in the Page of Cups. So I think compared to you, for whatever reason, they just weren't as emotionally giving or emotionally available. So with the Page is very, small in the emotions because it's the Cups. So show me for the signs and synchronicities for Scorpio. 2 more S's. The Hermit. We are in Virgo season. This is the Virgo energy. The Sun is in Virgo. And you will get the messages from the universe, the downloads that you need to get when you disconnect from modern day distractions and you quiet your mind, and you will hear and receive the messages that you're meant to have. Yeah, in the bottom of the deck underlying the Hermit is the 6 of Swords, which is about a journey, whether it's metaphorical or actual. Wow, and the 8 of Cups too. They're both about leaving behind something that is stress-filled, no longer serving you, and going towards that which creates much harmony. And then the Empress. Wow. It's the ultimate giver, the ultimate receiver of love. She's the receiver. She doesn't go out and go after things. She's very feminine. She receives. What's this healing for Scorpio? Tell me more, please. 7 of Cups is what you got, along with the 7 of Wands. 2 sevens. Wow. So there's defending your position here. There's something that you've attained. It's a goal that you've achieved, or some kind of level up that you've done in your healing that has given you something to defend. Others don't like it for some reason, people in your life, and you need to hold your position and defend whatever it is, whatever this means. But 2 sevens, that's very spiritual. And then 7 of Cups is all about lots of options opening for you. So it's like through your healing, because it was to clarify the healing, you're improving, you're mending your wounds, and your progress will open up different portals of possibilities, and you need to defend them and stay on your journey and not allow anything from the past tempt you back. Page of Wands is communication card, and it could be from a fire sign, but that's that Page energy again, where it's very minimal, and it just reminds me of the Page of Cups that clarified the snake and the alone and guarded energy. So just go where it's balanced, where what you give is what you get, kind of thing. So before you allow yourself to emotionally invest in anyone, it doesn't have to be just romance, any kind of anything. Before you allow yourself to emotionally invest, make sure that it's proper, you know, aligned with your integrity and what it is that you co-sign with and who you are. Don't just bleed out your affection and get connected to the wrong thing that will ultimately bring you chaos, confusion, and conflict. Now the Chariot has come out here, as I was just telling you that message that came through. The Chariot is Cancerian energy, and it's about your will and your focus and your stamina and drive all coinciding to colliding, all these C words, of the same destination, and you going forcefully forward towards it. So this is a good energy for sure. All right, what is Scorpio's biggest challenge at this time? They should be aware of their biggest challenge. Resting and recuperating with the Four of Swords. So your biggest challenge is to give yourself a respite. Some of you are going too much, too hard, too long, and you risk burnout, and you're not allowing yourself that proper rest. This could be sleep patterns are disturbed or not proper. Yeah, the Knight of Swords underlying that. That's very fast energy that you need to slow it down. You can't make more time. It's like you can stretch time the slower you go with it. Even though that sounds odd, it's very true. What's Scorpio's strength at this time? What's their most potent strength? Endings. The Ten of Swords. And see that scale there? I've been saying the word balance all through your reading. So Ten of Swords, this is an ending. So your strength is in endings. And you know that possibly because you have that transformative energy where release to rebirth energy. And then the scale right here, because this is the Six of Pentacles, this is about equal give and take. So you ultimately need to weigh it out and make sure that whatever you're giving your time and attention to is giving back the way that you need so that you are nourished and well taken care of. And that's not selfish, by the way. That's something that's a necessity to have the good quality of life, and it creates a good sound place for you to give back to others from that space. So release your blocks. First quarter moon in Scorpio. Release your blocks. Release your blocks. Okay, what is it? Really, first quarter moon in Virgo. So when it comes to pushing through your fears and any other negative feelings, you're going to have to dig deeper. The only thing you have to fear is fear itself, because fear blocks us. Make time to clear any toxic feelings around you. Don't let pride stop you from showing how dearly you want something. It's okay to be vulnerable. If you know the people you're dealing with that are trustworthy, think about others as much as yourself. If you know the people around you are trustworthy. And even look, see the stance that person's taking? There's balance there. Equal. There's light and shade in your situation, and you need to embrace it. Don't get stuck on one idea and refuse to budge. Think what a mental detox would involve for you. For example, avoiding people who argue with you, or violence on TV, etc. Make time for it soon. There's that challenge with the respite, and yeah. Your sacral chakra is all about emotions and feelings, and that's about you. That's your passion. It's located just below your navel in the bright color orange. Think of the way that water flows. That's how this chakra can help your feelings to flow now. Energies of the first quarter moon in Scorpio, thank you for helping me to clear out my energetic debris so I can fulfill my potential. Potential. We heard that too in the beginning of this reading. I hope these messages help, Scorpio. Enjoy the eclipse. Take care.